Hey guys, I hope you're having a great day. And today I'm going to show you a book I've been wanting to read for a long time. And this is it. This is Phil Harding's From the Factory Floor. And Phil Harding, he was one of the key top mixers for stock Aitken Waterman back in the day. And he's responsible for a lot of the hit songs you've been hearing on the charts from that era. And in this book, this is 600 pages. He goes through every gossip, every piece of history, and also every piece of technical information in regards to all those songs, all those artists, all those things happening back in the mid to late 80s and early 90s as well. And I've always been interested in knowing every little detail about those great chart hit bangers that they just belted out in the 80s. I was a big Kylie fan. I love Rick Astley, Bananarama, you name it, Dead or Alive, and everything is in this book. If you check out the front cover, you'll see it says Expanded Edition, and it's the expanded edition you really want, because it's that edition you get all those bits of technical information that you really want to read up on if you're interested in how these songs came to be at the mixer desk, what effects they used, processing, frequencies, monitoring systems, etc., etc. It's a great treasure trove for people like myself reading through this book. And remember that Phil Harding did a lot of mixing work outside the stock Aitken Waterman realm with Pet Shop Boys and Eight Wonder, as you saw there. And throughout the book he has stories about how things came to be, or maybe not came to be. Among them the infamous story about how Kylie was so annoyed at the end because they only had her sing snippets, pieces from I Should Be So Lucky, and she didn't know where things were going. A chapter on key styles and mixing, Chicago, London House, the Miami Sound, High Energy, all those styles they were working on over at PWL. Stories about who worked there, what they were up to, personalities, pictures, photos, anecdotes. Absolutely fantastic. And the technical section, of course, for people like myself. He goes through every type of equipment they used, why they used it, how they got it. Pay attention to the Yamaha DX7 bass sounds programmed by Ian Kunov. I have that DX7 bass sound cartridge. And lots of this stuff is now considered classics. Back then it was cutting edge. Among them the Fairlights and the AMS DMX15. Digital delay, which Alex Ball did a video recently, how they replaced sounds like in a sampler. And lastly, in this section, you get a detailed, very thorough, detailed explanation and walkthrough on how Phil Harding mixed Kylie Minogue's Hand on Your Heart. And this is totally fantastic to read. And seeing the track list and effects used, etc., that makes it all more fun for me to announce that I have a video coming up later that I go through a stem of a stock Aitken Waterman classic.
We've known each other.
This is a fascinating book to read, I promise you. So this was my little recommendation for today. Phil Harding's From the Factory Floor. As always, I'm Espen Kraft, I am the 80s, and until next time, cheers.